one.
Go.
Hello.
Welcome to another week of Quiet on Set. Stobie here.
Jesus, look how loud that's.
And I have Kev, another Kev, and
Which?
possibly a third Kev.
No.
Nah, just jokes.
Not a me
Who?
joke this time.
Not a fuck off. This week we are doing Murder on the Orient Express.
Murder most horrid.
Murder Most Foul.
Murder.
With the wonderful Kenneth Branagh as
Murder. Murder.
Monsieur Poirot.
I don't squat with my bad knee.
You'll notice he also has a bad knee. He has a walking cane and all.
I always thought as a kid, because I watched, in my family always watched murder mysteries as grown up. We always did. And watching Hercule Poirot, I always went, oh, he's French.
Hercule.
My mom was like, he's not French, he's Dutch.
Is it not? He's from Brussels or something?
And I always got
Belgium. It's from Belgium.
And I then
La
had to
Belgique.
correct someone the other day going, no, he's not French.
He's
just French.
Belgian.
He's Belgian.
Yeah, we were talking. I remember how you were like, I said, yeah, his French accent's pretty good. And you were like, yeah, it's good.
I always think he's French, but he's not. It's annoying. He's so
Ooh, his movie was shot on 65mm film. The first was Hamlet 1996. After 21 years, Branagh decided to use the film format once again because, according to his own words, he felt inspired by some independent movies he had been watching. Mostly films by Michael Haneke. With
Can you say that one more time?
Haneke. I'm pronouncing the E at the end as well. With an announcement in the second theatrical trailer, the film will receive a limited 70mm engagement. Murder on the Orient Express is now the fourth film in the 2010s. People need to stop writing that. This
What?
decade would also
Writing what?
2010s. Nah, that doesn't work. To be shot in 65 and projected on 70, following The Master, Hateful Eight, and Dunkirk, in which Branagh appears as a spoiler. Just in case you missed that Kenneth Branagh was in Dunkirk.
Yeah, I was told I'm like him. One of the girls at work was like, oh, you like that guy from that movie?
The mustache, yeah. He has a mustache in Dunkirk as well.
I was talking about Dunkirk, like, yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
So, these are your fun facts.
Fun facts.
On the Orient Express.
Michelle Pfeiffer sings Never Forget over the closing credits of the film. The song was co-written by composer Patrick Doyle
Who?
and director star Kenneth Branagh.
Pfeiffer.
How many
That white gold.
How many times has this been made into a movie or a TV show, does it say? Because I've seen it loads of times.
You know what?
That ice gold.
I don't know, but it's worth a giggle.
Michelle
Giggle.
Pfeiffer. This was what I do.
It's worth a giggle.
Started while it
I had to keep covering my mouth every time I laugh because it's too powerful.
make a dragon wanna attack.
You had to stop singing for copyright reasons.
Yeah, stop! Anyone will have to pay for this song.
Kirsty
How
the Crown.
Make money from this. I'm promoting Bruno Mars.
How many
Pages.
pages? Someone's just like, man, this book has taken fucking years to read. How many pages is
It
bleeding
was
out?
nine-
I'll just Google it rather than just skipping to the end of the book.
Just go to Wikipedia, will tell you. It was done in 1935 when the book came out, I'm pretty sure.
Let me have a look. I'll just go to based on. That always works.
Wait, was it right? 1934.
God damn it, Kev, you're two. There's been two movies, and that includes the one that's on.
But it's on been. I've seen a few TV.
Japanese TV adaptation. I feel like that would be unreal.
Well, now Jess can watch it.
I'll read it, but only if you get it in Chinese.
Right.
There's one.
That was great.
If you had one word to describe this film.
No, it's 10.
No.
10 reefs around.
Pitch it.
Real Kev is taking other Kev to town on his own
One
segment.
word.
Like
Plot in one word.
murder. Like hello.
Trying.
Fuck's one word. Like if you had 5 words, it'd be Murder on the Orient Express.
Did you ever see the Spring Teenage Witch episode where they did this?
No, but I'd say it was hilarious.
Yeah.
In real life, there was one actual murder on the Orient Express. Maria Farcasanou That's a word. That's a name.
One more time, please.
Was Farakassanu.
Were you taken aback by Johnny Depp's limited appearance in the film?
No.
Limited. Well, it's considering it was based on his limited acting, like.
Because I thought I knew nothing about this film, so obviously I was surprised.
That they got rid of him so quick.
Yeah, because of who he is.
Oh, he's such a dick though.
Yeah.
In the movie, maybe in real life.
He's a dick in real life.
He's alright.
Yeah.
He's just
Captain
on the right
Jack
drugs.
Sparrow.
He just really, really likes drugs.
He just needs to be on the right ones. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. To be fair, he hasn't been in that good movie in a while.
Right,
He's
so-
in Paddington Bear. Is he too?
Right.
Right.
So,
Is there any
See
more
why he
fun-
drinks a lot.
Wait, any more fun facts before we can jump into Kev's bit? It had to be fun. Shelby. Don't focus around on this.
Murder on the Orient Express happened in today's Croatia, near the town of Vinkovci. Vinkovci. That's as far as I'm going to get with that now.
Just Gad told people to look suspicious of other people farting to look surprised.
Fuck's sake. Oh.
It's okay. How would you describe this movie in one word?
Moda. Na 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 na.
You came up with the idea and you don't even have one.
We're gonna get so many copyright
Oh,
strikes
shit.
from us just singing random words in this.
We're not making money off this. Nobody listens.
We have some viewers.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, us constantly going on.
I want to be on record. I've never listened to a single one of our episodes.
And he edits them. I think he would. Like.
That would explain a lot.
Yeah, so Murder on the Orient Express. What did you think of Daisy Ridley? Because the face I can see.
Yeah, alright.
She was alright, I agree.
Yeah.
No.
I thought she was charming in the beginning, and then when he started suspecting her, she's getting a bit jumpy. I still liked her. Like, I still liked watching her.
She alright.
She was good. Like,
So, because of Rotten Tomato being, oh, you already have it opened up. Look at
Yeah,
you,
look at this,
fucking
look at
balls.
It's almost like she does this all the
62%.
time.
Wow, 62.
but like that doesn't make sense. Like, it's so busy, like all of the time.
Yeah, here. Not worldwide.
Fair.
I don't know why people like.
I look at, do you know what? I haven't
an
seen
open
many
eye.
of them, but I love a good train film. I have to say, I love train.
Snowpiercer. The exact same film.
I love Trans-Siberian. Ever see that?
Oh Jesus.
Oh no.
No?
No, Trans-Siberian. I have no idea what that is.
Well, we don't have to worry. It will never
Woody
be a
Harrelson.
sequel to this. It won't be.
Because
Murder
there's
on
no
the Express-
sequel to this.
More,
There's never
more
gonna be a
on the
sequel.
Hogwarts.
Fuck's sake. To be fair, it came out 3 days ago in the United States, so they still haven't calculated the
Really?
box office
Oh.
this far. Yeah.
That's isn't that usually the opposite way around.
Well, it's
American.
a UK.
It's even so.
Do you know what I mean?
Did the Lotto or the BBC Channel 4 have anything to do with the movie?
Probably
I love
not.
that with a lot of good comedy movies. It's the Lotto, and Channel 4 has
You
made
like
it.
Train Spotting? Another train movie for you there, Kev.
No.
Snowpiercer, that's another one. Trains, planes, and automobiles.
That's a classic. That's a good one.
I wonder, is there like a Wikipedia page dedicated to films with trains?
Yeah.
No way.
Films with
Films with one legs.
trains.
One legs because I can't do squats.
See?
Don't be a type in. I can't do squats because of my legs.
Fuck off.
Oh, Back to the Future 3 has a train in it.
Do you remember that? The Polar Express.
Express.
Now we're just naming
Oh,
films.
These are great films.
Snowpiercer's unreal.
But
That's it.
can I trains, planes, and automobile? Right, Christmas episode.
Christmas episode.
There,
yeah,
Trans-Siberian. Excellent.
You
Yeah,
calm
man.
down now.
I'll put that on the list.
I'll never watch or do
Never.
Well, you're
fucking
missing out because it's brilliant.
trains. That's the best thing I think.
Say it because of your knee. Because that comes from
What?
I started to type, I can't do squats because, and it finished it for me saying, "Oh, because of my knee."
Of course.
I know, but it's
I can't do squats because my hair is a bit red. I can't do squats because that squirrel is looking at me funny.
Stop. There's only like. Also, before sunrise, I feel like we should do that for. Like, this is really far flung in the future now, but like maybe for Valentine's Day, do it before sunrise.
There's also that movie.
Are deep squats bad for knees?
You took this knee thing into a new perspective.
Welcome to My Knee Is Fucked, the podcast. Yeah, before sunrise, do a good Valentine's Day. You know, we were talking about Murder on the Orient Express. So let's go back
Can't
there.
lunge.
So,
Lunge.
What was in that
Yeah.
fucking suit?
I'm getting that on the t-shirt.
Oh,
I can't lunge.
right, so plot the movie in 10 words. Go on. So,
Plot the movie in 10 words.
Will you
Poirot.
fuck off with these 10 words?
Poirot goes on holiday and solves a murder. Haha.
he doesn't on a holiday. He's on a holiday, and then
And then he has to go do a case in England.
Mysterious.
That he
infest-
never does. Because at the end of the movie, they're like, you need to go to Egypt. And I was like, alright.
Mysterious investigator trapped.
Right, experience investigator trapped. Or traps.
Either or, it's still one word.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mysterious investigator trapped on train with bizarre psychopath. No, that's not a word. Psychopathical? Is that a word?
That's still not.
Psychopathical
Hercule Poirot.
lunatic.
I think from
people.
now on, I'm
There
going
we
to do
go.
this when I'm editing. I'm just doing my 10 words when I edit.
No, you do them now. You do it live. We'll just do it live.
Right.
Poirot stuck on train, needs to solve murder quick.
Yeah, get fucked, Kev.
Go fuck off.
Other Kev just fucked you up in his own segment.
Right.
You come
We're
with your own
digressing.
segment.
We're digressing. We're talking about the movie.
This
You
guy-
were digressing a second ago.
This
to
guy,
the
this guy
kneecaps.
has his fun facts. I'm in 10 words or less. You have not making hot chocolate. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Because I can't lunge.
Your knee or something. I don't know.
I'm the one who can't lunge.
Right. No, seriously. What did you think of the storyline?
What do you mean? What do I think of this? It's a classic storyline.
Yeah, but did it work for you? Was it repetitive? Was it? I've seen.
It doesn't
this
need to be
before?
repetitive.
Oh, it was
like,
new.
it's
Of the other murder mysteries we've done,
It's the
even
only
though
one
it's a book
that's-
from the 1930s, it's
It's-
a new concept. Spoilers. Everyone does it. People should know that. Because of culture.
I loved the way when I was like, did the butler do it? And you were like, no, that's
Right.
Cluedo. It's like, the butler did it. He's in. Like,
Right. So,
he's in on it.
character direction wise, did you think of the characters?
I thought they were brilliant.
They all kind of
They
work.
all
'Cause,
played
like-
their part. Did they have an effective role?
I liked Scary Guy. What's the scary guy's name?
Helpful.
Oh, he's always he's the Green Goblin. He's terrible.
William Dafoe. Oh, I thought
Yeah.
he was class. I thought William Dafoe
I
was
love that he's like standing me right.
What game you away?
And then he just like, actually, I don't mind. I know a few people like that. I'm like, let's stay in character.
When he was
Yeah.
mad racist, yeah, that was gas.
Judi Dench.
She just, I said this when I came out of the film, Judi Dench is just playing Victoria again. But like,
She's brilliant.
just as, yeah, she's still brilliant.
She's a female Harrison Ford. She just gets to
I
play
can't remember.
herself.
I can't remember who died, but then when we meet Johnny Depp, I was like, I can't wait
Him.
for you to die.
Yeah.
You're gonna die, and it's gonna be fun. Yeah. And it is clues. Like the next time you watch it, it's gonna be all these clues.
Did
You're gonna
12.
get
There's
it.
12 people they talk to.
What did you think of? All right, hang on, hold on. Before we dive in, what did you think of the performance at the start, where it was Kenneth Branagh,
With the eggs.
the setup joke, yeah, the eggs, and then the rabbi, the priest, and the imam walk into a bar,
I really
steal a
liked
fucking
that.
reliquary.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
I thought it
really
set up the
weird,
film beautifully. I really did. Like,
but it really gave you an insight into his character.
Why he's
why he's Poirot, like.
yeah, why he's wants 2 more eggs because he's
Yeah, it was a
really
nice.
killing time for the police to check the guy's
Yeah.
house.
It was a nice setup
And because he's insane.
to transition into the main plot of the film. Like,
It's a
it
great
wasn't directly him on a train and it happens. We got to meet him first and get to know why he is considered the best investigator in the world, or so he
Miss
says.
Marble has nothing on him.
And then
It's almost like they're written by the same person.
I liked
Yeah.
I liked how he meets up with the person, his friend that he knows who owns the train, or his father owns the train, and that kind of transitions onto him. All
That was a funny scene as well, where he meets
It's me.
that guy, and he's like, "Are you a prostitute?" She's like, "Yes!" And she's so blustered by the fact that
No,
she's
but
meeting Poirot. She's
it
like,
was
"Yes, I
subtly-
am."
It was subtly done in terms of like getting him onto the train and how that all comes to play. Did you like, or did you figure out that they all knew each other?
When
They
we were
all,
about halfway through, and he's talking to Judi Dench, and she's like, "Yeah, they're my cousins," and then who else? Someone else is like, "Yeah, no, I know. I did the case." It was I was like, why do they all know each other? That's a bit weird. Like this guy died on a train, and all of a sudden everybody has some sort of connection to him. That's a bit weird.
Yeah.
But then there's a great payoff to why, because he set it up.
Yeah, they did. Like they set it up
Do
themselves.
you
That's
think
weird.
though, in terms of suspend your disbelief, it's a film, but do you think like it's a bit far fetched in terms of all these people who aren't kind of criminal masterminds or murderers were able to plot this scheme together
The perfect
and
crime,
succeed,
like.
yeah, and execute it so well?
I-
And
I-
would you think like it's
You don't know how many times it went wrong. There could have been 10 times
But
where you're like,
you-
oh, he's in the wrong cabinet. He missed the train. Imagine the one you're like,
Do
he
you-
missed the train. We killed the wrong guy.
do you think
I think they'd remember what he looks like. To be fair,
was it pure coincidence now unless I missed something in the film that the investigator ended up on the train?
yeah, it was pure coincidence.
Right.
He was.
So do you think that
he bumped
derailed
into your
them?
man at the market,
Yeah,
and
got
then
him the train.
So like in terms of that, like it obviously changes their plans and all, and like they still managed to go through with it.
what did you think of Poirot's development, like character development? Like normally in a film like this, like for instance, the Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock is the same at the start as he is at the end, exact same. No
I like
difference.
that.
I hate them movies.
I really
I
like
think
them.
they're
I think they're fine.
I think
They're not good murder mysteries, but they're kind of fun.
he's excellent at the start. He is who he is, and he's straight up and honest because he says it to Johnny Depp's
That's
character.
he says that, yeah, I'm
I'm-
50 years old. I know what I like.
don't-
I know what I
yeah,
don't.
I'm not gonna.
Well, he explained
Be-
what right is right and what's wrong
Yeah,
is wrong. He has a speech
but-
with that.
I like that. What are you doing?
Go for it.
Oh, my case, bro. But I like that over time. He kind of, because he, I guess, gets to know each person on the train, why they all were willing to sacrifice their own life to get revenge.
Well, in fairness, they originally thought, because the only reason it failed is because the train came off track. They were supposed to kill him, and in the morning get off the train
Yeah,
and go their own ways. So
They would've never
he
been
stays on the train. His butler or something finds him going, he got killed. We stopped a few times. What the fuck happened?
Yeah.
The only reason Poirot got involved was he was on the train and they got derailed.
But then, like, you have to like question that or give them credit in terms of, I guess, on the spot. They didn't plan this to happen. The train being derailed and him being on the train. So he's a world class investigator, and they all.
There was no way he wasn't going to fucking.
Yeah, but they all have to play their part and execute it because if one of them slip up, they like expose everyone. Do you know what I mean?
They
Like,
all kind of eventually slip up.
Yeah.
Like he gets shot and he's just like, all right.
The only one that doesn't slip up is Michelle Pfeiffer, but that's because she's a professional actress.
Like the only thing is like, right, his mustache was key to his character, right?
Beautiful.
But they could have brought it back a little bit.
Nah.
It was too big, in my opinion.
Hilarious.
No, but the thing is, they made it into a comedy. It's not straight drama. There's comedy.
Yeah,
moments.
there's comedy elements because it makes it kind of whimsical, and I think that adds to
do you
the
know
story.
what
I think it
this
enhances
film
it.
reminds me of? It's like, in terms of, I guess, style, maybe I could be wrong, the Grand Budapest Hotel.
I think that's what he was going for.
Feel
Yeah.
to it.
Did Kenneth Branagh direct that? I feel like he did.
No, it's Wes Anderson.
Wes
wasn't
Anderson.
it?
They're mates, though, I think.
But I personally felt there was elements of that film,
I've never seen Valkyrie, but it's supposed to be very good.
and that's that kind of dry. I don't know if that's the correct term for it, sense of humour. That real.
The British.
It's
way
not
of
really
humour.
supposed to be funny, but it is.
Like I think Death Stalin did humor perfectly.
Yeah.
Because we're like, this is probably kind of what would happen.
Death of Stalin and Murder in the Orient Express are great films to watch kind of back to back.
Because they do, because it's not like unrealistic comedy. It's just like, oh, come on, he's fucking serious, mate. Why do you
You're in charge of the Soviet Union? What?
You want this kid, it can be any kid. No one can see the fucking kid.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Like, oh,
Right, so in terms
no problem. What I mean is, no problem.
What I said, no problem. What I meant was, no problem.
in terms of pacing, was it well paced? Too fast?
I
too slow?
feel
duration
The
was too
pacing
much?
of this perfectly teases out, like it lets the audience tease out, wait a second, did he do it?
But
That kind of way.
honestly,
Really
who did you suspect?
Who did I think? Initially I just thought it was his,
Bulldog.
not the butler.
His manservant.
Yeah, your man played by Yoke. I thought it was the fat guy. And then
Josh Gad.
yeah, but then he was real honest when he was talking to him, so I was like, alright, then
But
he was being honest there.
honestly,
But I was genuine Daisy Ridley because she wouldn't talk. She was the only one that was like, no, I don't want to talk about it. I don't have to talk about it.
Did you, or would you have ever guessed that it would have been a collective group
Definitely wouldn't have guessed.
that all knew each other?
See, because I think that was the first time that was ever really done. Like, I'd say it's just been in the medium because it was books. Maybe one or two people killed together. He even says that maybe it's more than one. But I don't think it's ever been that he
The
talks
entire
to 12,
group.
he talks to 12 people, and all 12 he
Well-
talks to, he had a hand in the murder.
They all play their roles well, though.
They're
in
really,
terms of
really
they
well.
don't act like they all know each other.
And the guy
or
who-
like planning to kill someone.
The stewardess, what would he be? Who's looking after that cabinet? He was like, oh,
The
no.
conductor.
Yeah, well, not the conductor. The conductor.
Although I think if you think about it at the start, he tried to turn off. I keep forgetting his name. The investigator. From
Poirot?
getting on. Do you remember? Yeah, where he was.
He's like,
"There's no cabin,
it's booked.
full,
Yeah, it's full. Like, yeah.
Like, but he was like, oh, no one went past me. So he's the kind of like, oh, no one got past him that way. So he, like, everyone played their part perfectly in the movie.
Yeah.
Some of them slipped up, one of them wouldn't talk. You know, it was great. They worked well because they wanted to kill the guy.
I love the end scene of them all sitting at the table.
Yeah.
That
The,
was
the,
brilliant.
Kenneth Branagh, I feel, was beautiful in that scene because he was like, if the only way for you to get away with it is for you to kill me.
It's
And
like
he gives them the gun. Like.
It kind of looked when he's walking to. I was like, oh, it's like the Last Supper, because they're all in. There's 12 of them. They're all like having like weird
The
angles.
bands. Yeah.
But
But at that stage of the film, you know, like, that they all did it. And you're like...
I like that he left them on the train and didn't rat them out, but he left it in terms of going, you have to live with your consequences for the rest of your life.
That's your punishment, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what I meant when I said, like, character development. Like, at the start of it, he said, there is good, there is evil, and I have the ability to see which is which. And then at the end, he couldn't anymore. Like he
Because
totally
it's
understood.
not clearly good nor like.
Yeah, like that man deserved to
Evil.
die, deserved to be punished, but at the same time,
12 knife.
Use
Well,
our
it's a bit much.
they're hypocritical because they've done this exact same thing.
yeah, but they like his death won't cause a ripple the way the death of the little girl did. So.
They've already affected their lives. Like
They all knew it.
The people that would like his death would affect are already affected, so his death won't change it. Like
It's
what did you think of? This is the top of my head, and it's after gone for me. The girl from Sing Street. She was the countess. Or the.
Was that her from Sing Street?
That's her from Sing Street.
remind me which one?
I'll get
The one who does all the drugs?
Does she do lots of drugs?
Isn't that the whole thing? She takes drugs to help
Oh,
her sleep?
the one that's hidden in the
The main-
cabin. With our the
Yeah.
Don't be that far down. Come on, like just,
She
oh,
is,
you haven't
I
seen that
I
yet
don't.
with the Michael.
At first, I was kind of a bit annoyed about their characters because I couldn't really
I forgot they were on the fucking thing.
get them. Yeah,
Yeah,
were
they
very-
just kind of came up at the end, like it was
Yeah, it
almost
was
like an
very
But
well
they
done.
afterthought.
mention
really
it when he's gone on the train. They mention they're in the VIP. Like they mention all the characters who are key to this role.
Yeah.
I really liked Sing Street. I thought
I
she
love
was.
Sing Street.
Sing Street's great.
I thought she was the girl also from A Monster Calls, but it's not. It's not her.
Different person. And then obviously Michelle Pfeiffer, like I thought she was
great.
phenomenal. Yeah.
And she's worked twice this year, and she was good in one of them.
To
Oh,
be
I
fair,
thought
she
had
was
a
good
film
in
then.
Mother.
No, Mother was.
Like
was
you
brilliant
hate
in
her
Mother,
because
though.
you're supposed to hate her, and that means she did a good job. Like you know.
I'm sorry, I said she's barely in Mother. No, sorry, I was thinking of something else. No, I
She's
thought
the
she
main
was
character.
excellent in Mother. Like I hate
Well,
her. But
That's
like
the
you
point.
said,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to hate her.
We can only talk about murder for 15 seconds, or I'll cut.
Stop. If we talk about it anymore, you're gonna
Yeah.
like we've done 2 videos on it, and I've done
No, I
like
think
2
it was
blog
great
posts.
character casting.
Yeah.
I think.
No more.
He's
What?
no, he's talking about.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, no, Orient. Mother.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about Mother.
No, I think like the casting was brilliant. Like, and they all played their part.
I loved the way they tried to mess because Poirot was there. I don't know whether it was because Poirot was there, like because if he wasn't there, there was no need to put in all the things they did, like you know where they did the kimono and they dropped the button and she
Because someone-
smashed his watch. You
But
know?
originally,
That's what I meant on thinking on the spot. They obviously.
But
knew.
originally, the person who was supposed to have that cabinet just never arrived. He was late, so there was probably
Was he though?
yeah, because they say that this person never arrived. He has a half hour. He's not here.
Yeah,
so
it's been
originally-
in the last half an hour. Yeah,
So they
Second,
probably originally had it that someone would be there to see this, to have
the
Or
witness.
the frame?
not the frame, a witness to go because they talk about they planted it that there was like someone got on and stopped, killed him and just got out.
Or what if there was never someone late? Like that was never like they just made that up to have that cabin beside him empty, possibly like. And
See,
also-
like, he was
or
in with
what if
Josh
he made
Gad,
that
like-
up on the spot just because he didn't want him getting on the train.
like isn't he in with Josh Gad? Like isn't like
Yeah.
Josh Gad above him? Like
Yeah.
that's why I didn't get it because like he was wide awake, but Josh Gad wasn't in the cabin. So, like that was what made me suspect him in the start. But then when he gave his like confession about robbing him blind and all,
And that he went for a drink with the other guy.
Hmm.
Well, I
Uh,
gave alibis for both of them.
yeah, except when you can't trust either person, is it really an alibi? Like I just thought it was really, really well put together. Like I know, like the story is a credit to Agatha Christie. God rest her, but like, just the way Branagh put it together, I really enjoyed the style. I really enjoyed
Oh,
the
yeah.
performances. Like the
Visually-
ensemble, it was just incredible. I genuinely I couldn't think of one person that I was like, I feel like they're not supposed to be here. They're
Yeah,
miscast.
no, and for such a large cast, like they all had screen time, and it was well.
And they
done.
all gelled really well. Like,
Yeah, and which is hard to do with that such a star-studded kind of cast. Visually, it was beautiful as well. Like I love that kind of
Yeah.
scenery.
what did you think of the 2 scenes in the dining car? Like you have the first scene where it kind of gives you a flavour for the people on the train, and then you have the second scene where you know one of them has killed someone.
I thought it was really well done.
Mm.
Like you get a sense of each character and you think you have them figured out, and then obviously the murder happens and you're trying to figure out their reactions and what's it?
No,
Kevin can't say murder properly.
or the theatre.
Or theatre, yeah. Anyway, what did you think of Johnny Depp's begging for his life scene? That's not what he's doing. But he's like, when he sits across from Poirot and he's like, you need to work for me. Like, you'll keep me safe. And then Poirot's like, I know you're a bad guy. I don't work for bad guys.
I'm glad he said that, because, as he said, he's an honest, straight up person. He sees good and bad, and he's like, I know who you are, and I'm not helping you. You got yourself into this own mess, now deal with the consequences. I don't look at him and going, oh, he got killed and that's his fault. It's his own fault, basically.
Yeah.
I really liked the scene. That was really interesting. Like, it's funny. It has elements of comedy, even though it's not really. He's not trying to be funny. It's just his character comes across that way.
They're sharing a cake. I really enjoyed the cake. Another one of these. It's great. Yeah. So, do you think they'll make, like, I know it didn't make a lot of money, but do you think Branagh will push to get them to do the Murder on the Nile?
Probably. Like, there's a lot of Poirot books they can do.
Who would you like to see in Murder on the Nile? Obviously, kind of Branagh as Poirot, but
I don't know anything about the story.
I don't know either. I just know it's one of the other ones.
I if they wanted to do like a series with him, that'd be fine. I'd have no problem with him having a bit of fun playing Poirot. I've never seen, the only one of the stories I've never seen of Hercule Poirot was the last one, where spoilers, he's the actual killer.
I think Chris, he just give up or something.
He was old, his friend was in trouble, and he just had to kill him.
Jesus, alright.
Hashtag spoilers. Hashtag real movies. Hashtag maybe read more.
That's like at the end, like that'd be like at the end of Sherlock was the criminal the whole time. Like.
Hashtag.
Anyway, any film that you would suggest? Obviously, we've said Death of Stalin, definitely.
Yeah, that they really work well.
Very similar style, they gel kind of well together. One is a comedy, one is more of a drama. But they're both kind of have elements of each. Like one is a comedy drama, and the other one is like one of them is a dramedy, is what it's called, and the other one is more.
I wouldn't really recommend a film over this. Like, I think.
Oh no, not over it, but like to complement it even.
I guess if you're into those kind of films, and as I said, on a train kind of thing, I would recommend Trans-Siberian. It's very different, but very similar in the mind of it's kind of a thriller and it has a murder on it. Like, it is no.
Kevin recommends other train movies.
I really never thought you were a train guy.
I'm
I was
not
like
a train person. I'm just saying, you're saying compare it to a film that's similar.
Oh yeah, but still,
Trans-Siberian has similarities to it.
Even the actors or someone you'd go, oh, check him out in this movie, something like that.
Yeah, why is Kenneth Branagh in really? He's in like.
He does a lot of theatre, I think, and
is
with Judi Dench.
I would say, just to go with Kev's joke, planes, trains, and automobiles. You had to do a train movie now.
Maybe that's easy.
Back to Future 3.
Snowpiercer, yeah. Back to the Future 3, the ultimate train movie. But and then
Usual Suspects.
Johnny Depp's in that, isn't he? No, I'm thinking of
Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, what's the one with Johnny Depp where he's a gangster from the 50s?
Oh, Public Enemies.
And then watch Frozen, because you can never get enough of that. Jokes, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Watch Frozen. Don't ever watch Frozen. Right, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next week.
But will you?
Dun dun dun. It's up to Kevin, his editing prowess. Hashtag hash. Please edit that.
Hashtag trains.
I have 5 to edit now.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.